Hi, and welcome to another part of the real-time process mining demonstration. Today I will explain the process view to you on the base of our warehouse sample app. You can get this app for free and test it yourself. We will go through every functionality provided by the process view. So let's start. I have opened the order process view dashboard here, which includes the process view on the left and a few additional dashboard components on the right. We will first concentrate on the left part of the dashboard. The process view visualizes the complete order process with all his variances. The path we can see at the moment is called the happy path. It defines the path which is ideal for the process. In our example, the happy path is generated from the process analyzer flow component and starts with a received order. The order is processed, then the shipment is ready, which leads to a shipment pickup and finally to a shipment delivered and a sent invoice. With an invoice being sent, the order process ends. We could also define a static happy path if the dynamically created path is not as you want it to be. But remember, the generated one is always based on the message throughput, and if it does not look like your ideal path, it means that the main message flow is not where it should be. At the bottom is the variance count displayed. They are ordered according to their utilization, and the happy path is always the first variant. If we add another variant to our visualization, we can see that some orders can't be processed yet, because they are still waiting for the ordered product to be delivered by the supplier. Adding another variant shows the scenario when an order is received, but the product has to be reordered. So first, the reorder is initiated, and then it waits for it to be delivered. The fourth variant contains the recall of the product to be delivered, which exists when a delivery has not the right amount of products. The variants can also be selected when sliding in the window on the right. They are shown in a table with their utilization. We can select all or nothing or a specific one. As the next thing, I want to speak about the different indicators in the process view. The number in the stage icon is the number of processes. The right number is the total number, and on the left are the processes that are currently being processed in this stage. You can see it in the shipment pickup stage. If we click on it, we can see the 3 processes currently in this stage. We can see the waiting time and all other information about it. If we want to change it from the total number to the order value, for example, we can click on Indicator at the top and select Amount. We have the amount previously defined as indicator in our process analyzer flow component. After selecting the amount as indicator, the happy path is adapted to it, except it is statically defined. We can also change between the raw numbers and the average when selecting an indicator. The connection lines between the stages, the links, have also an indicator. This number is showing how many processes are flowing through them. Another feature of the process view are the alerts. You can define for every stage an alert if a process is waiting for too long to be processed. Then an alert pops up. In our Wait for Product Reorder stage, we can see an alert we have defined. It is fired if a message waits for more than 1 minute. Then the message waiting time turns red in our sliding window and a badge pops up at the stage. At the bottom of the process view, you can see the history with a slider. The process analyzer component creates every 50 minutes a snapshot of the process view. This is shown here. You can switch between the snapshots by sliding through them. If the button is green, it is live, and when sliding to the left, you can see your process on a specific day at a specific time. Related to the history is the compare function. It is located in the header, and you can compare your live view with other time points of the history, such as yesterday at the same time. The first 2 select options are carried along dynamically and change over time. If we select now the first one, we have Key Performance Indicators, KPIs. On the top, we can see the difference between our 2 time points as a raw number and in percentage. We have today 899 more orders, which are an increase of 284%. The difference is also shown per stage. For example, the wait for product reorder stage has 739 more processes than yesterday at the same time, which is an increase of 319%. We can see it also in the window on the right. It is also possible to compare two snapshots. Therefore, we slide back in the history and select one snapshot. Click on the Compare function and select another snapshot. The history can be changed without resetting the comparison function. If you want to navigate through your process model, you can use the zoom at the top right, the Fit to Screen button next to it, or your cursor. The Settings button contains the option to highlight the link with the highest delay. In our case, it is the link between the shipment pickup and the shipment delivered stage. Let's recap. The first of all variances is the happy path. This path is always highlighted. The stages and links in all paths have numbers on it. Those are the total numbers of processes traveled through them. If we select an indicator, as in our case the amount, those numbers change. Now we are seeing the order amount instead of the total numbers of messages. Another thing you might recognize is that the happy path changed. If the happy path is generated and not statically defined, it adapts to the indicator number. Because we now have the highest order volume in the path, which includes the product reorder stages, whereas the total number of orders are mainly traveling through the happy path without those stages. To analyze your process more in detail, you can open the sliding window on the right. In here you can select specific paths and have a deeper look at them. If we now select this path here, we can see that we have 321 messages which are traveling to the wait for product reorder stage, and 41 need to wait again. This is a problem we can identify with the help of the process view. Now we know the basic functionalities of the process view and how to use it. On the right we see the previously mentioned dashboard components. Those are also using data from the Process Analyzer Flow component and are used for the statistics. At the top we see the totals. We have 1,236 total processed messages, 4 which are in transit, 62,758 is the total processed order value, and 308 order value is still in transit. Next to it is the alert count. It is green with 0 alerts, turns yellow with 1 alert, and red with more than 1. Below is the process utilization displayed per hour, and the utilization per stage of the last hour is shown in this bar chart. In here we can see that a reorder was initiated 5 times in the last hour, but 9 times the order had to wait for the delivery of the product. This needs to be optimized. The last thing is the notifications panel at the bottom. In here we send our simulation notifications, which would be sent to the customer in a real-world application. This panel contains also the alert messages. This was an introduction to the process view, its functionalities, and how to use and display the data produced by the Process Analyzer Flow component. Thanks for watching and hope to see you next time.